and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this amazing emerald inspired situation that's going on my face. There's a lot. We've got highlight, we've got lashes, we've got glitter, we've got gems, we've got gloss. It's all happening and I'm into it. I really wanted to play with makeup, and this is actually a collaboration video with my amazing friends here on YouTube, Jess and Sarah. I will link their channels down below and the videos and the looks that they've created as well. We've done a birthstone inspired collaboration. Mine is emerald, hence the green, and this is what I came up with. I really hope that you check out their channels. We've been friends for ages now. We've grown very close recently. I love them both dearly. I love you, Jess and Sarah, and I really hope that you enjoy this look. If you would like to see how I got this look, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It means the absolute world. And let's just jump straight into the tutorial. Oh, and also I just wanted to say that it is either my birthday, either tomorrow, the 29th of May, or today, the 29th of May, depending on when we manage to upload this video. So I'm actually going to start by doing my brows. I recently picked up the Westbourne Co soap brows and I really want to try it. So we're going to go ahead and spray it with a little bit of setting spray, rub the spoolie in and then just brush up the brows. Hopefully this goes well. The amount of times I've tried soap brows recently is just a joke, so hopefully I can get this right, and I hope that you like my kind of makeshift green backdrop. That didn't really work, but we tried. I'm actually a little bit nervous, I won't lie. I'm just going to bend this spoolie. No idea if I'm doing this right. I have quite coarse brows, so this technique is actually quite hard. Oh, we're getting somewhere. I don't even know what texture this is supposed to be. Can someone let me know? I have no idea. Soap brows is not my forte, but I'm giving it a go for the purpose of this. And also it will give me more lid space to work with. Okay, I'm going to come back once I've done my brows. Okay, so I have managed to do the soap brows. I'm actually really happy with them. My sparse areas are on top of my brow. Ooh, wow. They're on top of my brows, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in slightly. For my brows, I'm taking the AOA Studio Tinted Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown and this little skinny brush from Sigma. This is the E06 Winged Liner Brush. I'm literally just going to fill in the sparse areas just here and just kind of brush upwards. Now I'm going to prime my lids just using the P. Louise base, and I'm just taking it on a small concealer brush. I'm just going to go ahead and prime the lids for shadow. So just popping it all across the lid, carving out the brow and then patting it in. I'm going to bring it out quite far because I really want to elongate that eye. The first shade that I'm taking is this one right here, which is called Muse from the 39A Dare to Create palette from Morphe. It's a black, so we're going to go in to start off. I'm taking it on a little blending brush from Morphe. I'm just going to start by kind of pressing this into the outer section of the eye. So it's going to look a little bit messy at first, but it will get there, and I do apologise if you can hear music in the background. My neighbour, I think, is doing work outside the house and they're playing music, and I don't really feel comfortable to go and ask them to turn it down because it's up to them. So I'm really just packing this heavily on that outer corner of the eye, and just like I said, this will look messy to start off with, but I really want to get that colour I look crazy. I really want to get that colour on there really intense. I'm just going to start wiggling my brush. I'm not really moving, I'm also wiggling, and I really want that to go out, but I'm going to use the other shades to blend it. So I'm just creating that initial shape to start off with. kind of want it to go like upwards. Then I'm just going to start slowly diffusing the edges. Bringing that in just above the crease. The next shade that I'm going in with is this one right here, which is kind of like an olivey green shade. This is called Fickle, and I'm going to take it on a Morphe M562 brush, which is a very skinny blending brush. Just tapping off the excess a little bit, and then what I'm going to go ahead and do is just start by pressing this on the outer corner of the black, like the edge of it, just overlapping it slightly. And remember guys, trust the process. Most makeup looks that are dramatic always look a bit crazy at certain steps, but they will come together. Now we have texture on our lids like hair and lumps and bumps and stuff, so I really like to press the shadow in before I blend, and that way it fills in all of that texture. And then once it's kind of on now, I'll just start wiggling my brush. I'm going to bring this all the way through to the inner corner. Start by packing that on, and don't forget we're working with slightly a tacky base, so it's best to kind of press first, as it prevents the shadow from going tacky, patchy. Then I'm just going to diffuse this very softly. Then I'm going to go back in with that Muse shade and just re-intensify this outer corner. Layering shadow really creates that like intense blend, and that way you can see every shade that you've put on the eye. And then go back in with Fickle just on the outer corner, just kind of like tapping that on top. Just start winging it out slightly. We're swapping palettes now. I'm going to go in with the Morphe James Charles palette, and I'm going to take the shade here called Social Blade. I love this green. It's such a bright, vivid green. I tend to use like one palette in tutorials, but I want to get a little bit more creative today. And it just goes to show that you can really use whatever you have at home. Okay, I'm just tapping off the excess. And then I'm just going to take it on another Morphe M562, and I'm just going to start at the outer corner because I don't really want too much in the arch of the eye, but we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to start by kind of like tapping this outer corner with colour, like barely touching the skin, and I'm just going to start like pulling it outwards. We will kind of touch this up once we've got our face makeup on as well. Then I'm just going to start by overlapping that Fickle shade very lightly. I do want to keep a little bit of my arch and then we can also pop some on the inner corner as well. Just doing the same method as before, just kind of like press it on and then slowly diffuse it out. Then just blend it out with no extra product on the brush. You don't want to go in windshield wiper motions with these kind of looks because then it will just turn into like a big muddy mess. I'm actually really happy with that. So now I'm going to go back through the colours one more time just to re-intensify and re-blend the look. Now I'm going to take my P. Louise base in Bada Black base and just pop this all across the lid as if we were cutting the crease, but it doesn't really matter too much because I want this lip to be more smoky, and I'm taking it on a P. Louise small brush from the Mirror brush collection. Working that kind of into the lash line as well just to make sure it's super dark and intense. I really like the way that looks, how it's almost like wet, but we're going to put glitter on it. So I'm going to go in with a BH Cosmetics, this is Shamrock Loose Glitter, which looks like this, and I'm just going to pack it on top of that tacky base while it is still tacky using a MAC 242 brush, which I'm going to spritz with a little bit of setting spray just to help pick up the glitter. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to press that onto the black base. Oh wow, that's stunning. I'm just going to take a different blending brush because I obviously need to do the other eye, so I don't want to blend out the outer edge and then risk putting glitter in the crease. So I'm taking a Morphe M506 brush. I'm just going to dip into the black shade, that Muse colour, and I'm just going to tap over the outer edge and kind of pull it inwards, just like a liner, just tapping that in. I'm so happy with that. How pretty. Now we obviously have a lot of fallout from glitter, but I will clean that up in a moment. For the waterline, I'm going to take the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Gotcha. It's like a bright green. I'm just going to take a teeny tiny little bit of the black base just under the lower lash line. Just to make sure that's like really intense. Then I'm just going to set that with the black shadow and the same brush we used in the beginning. I'm just pressing that on to start off with. Then I'm taking that kind of mid-green shade and then just blending this out. I will kind of clean this up, like I said, once I've done my face makeup, so do just ignore all of this. Okay, we're going to skip liner just because you won't be able to see it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. This looks crazy, but just imagine that cleaned up. Then I'm going to pop on some mascara. This is the Revolution Blowout High Volume Mascara. Now we're going to go ahead and do the other eye, pop on my lashes. I'll be right back. The lashes I've got, I'm very excited to use these. These are huge. These are from Amy Rose Cosmetics. If you follow Amy Rose Walker here on YouTube, I'll have her channel linked below next to this product. I have been following her for ages, so I thought I would support her brand. So these are the Lola lashes, and that's what they look like. Cruelty free, no mink involved. Woohoo! Ooh. Here we go. They are super big. They have these like extra long bits in the middle, so I feel like it will really complement the look, and I'm very excited to wear these. So I'm going to go ahead, pop them on, do the other eye, I'll be right back. We are back with crazy eyes. Now it's time to do the face. So I'm going to take the Revolution Glass Skin Illuminating Skin Primer and just massage this in. Use this primer in a while actually, and I really like the texture. For foundation, I'm going to take the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate F8.2 foundation. I'm going to put powder on anyway, but it will give a dewy-ish kind of look. Now to cream contour, I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Fawn. I actually picked this up from Beauty Bay a few days ago. My other one in the shade, what is it called? Like Chestnut or something, has completely run out, so I got a new one in a slightly lighter shade. When you first squeeze these out, they tend to go everywhere, so I'm going to squeeze it to the side. Then I'm going to blend it out with my favourite brush for blending out cream contour, which is also Ava 110 Face Shape Brush. I don't know if I like this shade, it's very orangey. This is definitely the wrong shade of cream contour, but it's fine, we'll just roll with it. Okay, what I'm going to do to fix this insanity is take my beauty sponge and just literally just go over the whole thing. I didn't realise like how it looks as bad in real life as it does on camera. I'm not even gonna like try and justify myself because this looks awful, but I'm just gonna blend it out with a sponge and hope for the best. Once you put concealer on, hopefully it will kind of like, I don't know, take away from the craziness. Maybe this would be a good concealer to do like cream contouring under foundation. By the way, I used to do that when I was like 16, 17 on YouTube, and everyone thought I was crazy, and now it's a trend. Clearly a trend starter. Totally Totally joking. Okay, it does look better once you blend it out with a sponge. Maybe we'll put concealer on. For concealer, I'm going to take the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C4. Just pop it on my usual places, so chin, under the eyes, forehead, down the nose, and then blend it out with a sponge. And then I'm going to blend it out with the sponge. Now I'm going to set the face using the Maybelline Superstay Powder in the shade Ivory. I'm just going to press this into the skin with a fluffy brush. Now we're going to contour. I'm taking the Carter Beauty Apollo Bronzer Palette, and I'm going to take the shade Tinder, which is the cooler toned colour in the palette right here, on this brush from Eyeshadow. It's like an angled contour brush. I'm just going to go ahead and contour my face on the same place that I put the LA Girl concealer. Now we're going to take the shade Flame from the same Carter Beauty bronzer palette, and I'm just going to use a Morphe M401 brush to bronze up my face. Moving on to blush, I'm going to take the Carter Beauty Aphrodite blusher palette, and I'm going to take the shade Praise, which is the lightest pink in the palette, on a Morphe M405 brush. I'm just going to pop that onto my cheeks. I'm now going back to the brush that had the brightest green shade on it. I haven't actually picked up any extra product, and I'm just going, I have glitter all over my face, but it's fine. I'm just going to blend out the lower lash line just a little bit, just so it isn't so harsh. Now we're going to set the face. I'm taking the Revolution Calming Makeup Fixing Spray. So for highlight, it's got to be the Moonchild palette, doesn't it? So I'm taking the shade Lucky Clover, which has the green tint to it. And I'm just going to pop it on to my cheekbones, a bit above the brow, tip of the nose, the usual, and the inner corner. And for the face, I'm going to be using the F11 brush from MUA. Now I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. Okay, now we're going to line the lips. I'm taking Morphe's Sweet Tea Lip Liner. Then I'm going to go in with Morphe's Virgin Liquid Lipstick. It's like a nice kind of very light nude. And then to top it off, I'm going to go in with Morphe's Chill Lip Gloss, which I haven't actually used before, so I'm hoping it works. Now I'm going to apply an assortment of gems. I picked these up from Amazon, and I'm going to go in with, I will link them down below for you, don't worry, but I'm going to go in with like the greeny ones and then the very light green ones. You can't really see, but what I'm going to do is just pop them kind of like around my like temple area. I'm just going to have a play and pop them on, really. I don't really know where they're going to go. Now I'm going to take some little green circular gems and just kind of place them like sort of randomly throughout this thing we've got going on. And this is the finished makeup look inspired by my birthstone, which is the emerald. I don't really know if it's exactly an emerald colour, but I wanted to vibe with the greens, and to be honest, I'm absolutely obsessed with this look. I'm so happy with it. It took me ages. I haven't filmed in over a week now. I don't know if any of you have seen on social media, but I got diagnosed with the shingles, which is great. It's kind of on the end of it now, and it's on the back of my head, so you can't actually see it, but it is getting better, and I actually managed to blow dry and style my hair, which is amazing because I haven't been able to brush my hair for the past week. It's been too painful, so onwards and upwards. So this is the look that I came up with. Be sure to check out Jess and Sarah's birthstone inspired makeup looks. They will be linked down below as well for you to check out. We love collaborating together and making videos and everything. We've grown very close over the lockdown period and chat every day in a group chat, so I really hope that you check out their channels and that you love their content as well. Say hi from me. They are my girls and I love them both so much. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Pomade in the shade medium brown. Tense. I'm taking it on a little. Now I'm going to go in with my